And here's a picture of me and Doc up in Washington. Pretty much my favorite picture. And of course, this, I believe the bookstore sold this many years ago. I don't know that for certain. I got this on eBay. It was already framed when I got it. And here is probably my favorite Dr. Ruckman thing. I got this back in the 90s up in Washington State. This is obviously a chalk talk, and this is all on doctrinal issues, on the great deeps and the pyramid of the universe and all that. And the Lord was gracious and let me have the picture, which I appreciate immensely. This is the kind of stuff I really appreciate from Doc. This stuff, man, the question and answers and his teaching, and it's just, yeah. And I had this laminated over at, I don't know, it's Kinko's or something like that. Had the thing laminated and then put it on the wall. I just love it. There won't be any more of these made, obviously. And I've never seen Dr. Ruckman do a chalk talk exactly like this. Maybe some that are a little bit similar. But I think this is the best example of this. There's Leviathan in the great deeps. The smiting stone. So, and the mugs, of course. This is from his 80th birthday, which seems like just yesterday. And then his 90th birthday in 2011. And of course, you're familiar with those cups, those coffee cups. And I've got a whole stack of these original Bible Believers bulletins. So I've got a whole stack of them. And what I did was, and this was courtesy of Pastor DeMichael. I will ever be grateful to him for bringing these to service the day I was visiting his church. He brought these in, and like a whole stack from way back. And what I did was when I got home, I went over, I think it was, I don't know, Kinko's again or something like that, and got these things all laminated so that they could be preserved, and was able to read the old Bible Believers bulletins in, you know, the original ones. And the other side. And lastly, and I wasn't sure whether I should show this or not, very gracious man at the bookstore let me buy this. And this is, how do I put it? I guess if you're just a wimp and you're easily offended, and maybe you're a Pharisee, you wouldn't appreciate this. But I had called up the bookstore and I was asking for, I know Dr. Ruckman had mentioned years ago that he was working on these tapes where he was reading the Bible, but it wasn't like the other one where he was reading the Bible. He had classical music playing in the background, and he got up to maybe like Jeremiah, and he quit. It was just too many difficulties, too many things going wrong with it, and so he quit. And so I called the bookstore and I said, hey, can you get somebody to go look, I don't know, be in his attic or in a junk box or something, but it's quite possible that Dr. Ruckman still has those tapes from like Genesis up to like Jeremiah, where he's reading the Bible and he's got classical music in the background. They might be somewhere. In fact, Dr. Ruckman had mentioned that he even had music from Jaws in the background when he was reading part of the Bible, and they couldn't find it on anything. They did find this, or I guess they had this, where Dr. Ruckman reads All Quiet on the Western Front, and Dr. Ruckman explains why he reads it and everything. But I'd already listened to everything Dr. Ruckman had on tape or on CD, like 10 times over. I'd listened to the entire International Sunday School lessons from the 70s clear up to the present, like 5 or 6 times in a row, because I'm a garbage man. I can do that, and I need something fresh, and so I was able to listen to this, and it was a blessing for me. And again, if you're a wimp, if you're easily offended, then you probably wouldn't like this. But if you contact the bookstore, they might be able to set you up. This was really fun to listen to, especially with Dr. Ruckman reading it. But I wish someone would find those tapes. Maybe some more people bugging the bookstore about, okay, can you try and find, maybe ask Mrs. Ruckman, can you find those tapes where Dr. Ruckman is reading the Bible from Genesis to I think it was Jeremiah, with classical music playing in the background. Man, that would be awesome to find. I would pay any amount of money for it.